Hello guys and welcome to season 2. They've only given us 100,000 to spend and they want us to get into the Premier League. Yeah. So here is the club vision, quick overview of it. It's kind of similar to last season anyway. And yeah, play attacking football. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. As you can see, that's already devastated because I've signed players that are over 23. But hey, I've got to try and get players in with only 100,000. Literally, that's all they gave us was 100,000. I just can't believe that, with 100,000, not 100 million, 100,000, and they expect us to get into the Premier League. Work within a wage budget, sell players for a profit. This is the 5-year sort of thing. With regards to this, obviously it says Carabao Cup reached the 3rd round. Spoilers, yeah, I've managed to get there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Also, FA Cup's we've not started there yet, so I've not advanced that far. You know what I mean? So we're waiting on that one. And obviously, yes, win promotion. That's what they want us to do, to get into the Premier League. We missed out on the playoffs. We finished 7th, didn't we? Who went up as the team, playing for the 170 million, whatever it is, richest game in football. It was between QPR and Fulham were the ones that ended up being winners and going up, which is really annoying because we beat both of them. And it's they ended up beating Cardiff and Middlesbrough, and those are the 2 teams we lost against. And it's just oh well, do you know what I mean? But anyway, how have I done in the transfer window? I hear you all screaming, you know what I mean? And yes, well, I've had to sell players to try and make money, but I've also had to sell players because other clubs have come in and the players have basically, I want to talk to them. I want to talk to them. If you don't let me talk to him, I'm going to not be happy. And you know what happens? It will cause disruption in the dressing room. And then I've lost the squad yet again. So yeah, the squad has been pretty much decimated, but I've managed to do things. Now, here are the transfers. As you can see, I've made 48 million, yeah, by selling players and stuff like that. Spent 10 of it, you know what I mean? You're just thinking, wow, you've got loads of money, haven't you? You know what I mean? Because you spent 48 million. I'll get back to this in a minute because, yeah, this is how much I've got because the board won't give me it. Do you know what I mean? That's all I've got left. I mean, the transfer window's shut now, you know what I mean? But that is literally all I've got. So out of that 48 million, they kept the majority of it. They just would not give it to us, you know what I mean? And then they're expecting us to, perform miracles. But yeah, anyway, you're going to be able to see a lot of it because obviously I'm covering some areas, but I'll try and go through it. Majority of this over here is actually quite a lot of these players going out and stuff like that is loans, really, to also try and save on the wage budget because I've got teams paying their wages, you know what I mean, and doing it that way. But we'll go through it to begin with. Who's departed and stuff like that. Samba Sow has gone. He's gone off to Vitesse Arnhem for 450k. We've lost him. Joe Lolly. He's gone to Aston Villa for 7 million. These are basically any of these players over here that were key players. I did not want to sell them. Every time anyone came in for them, you know what I mean, and I tried to get as best I could. Now I've lost out on some of these deals as well because the clubs have come in and they're bidding way underneath the amount. And it's it's a non-negotiable as well. It's all ghosted out, and I can't do anything about it. So it was that was annoying. Claudio Jacob, yes, I did get rid of. I mean, he was 33 years of age, sort of thing. So we managed to make 570 grand off him and sold him to Preston. Going down here, you're probably not going to be able to see. I mean, you probably don't even see. I'm just seeing here. Yeah, you can see Jacob, but I can't scroll it down anymore. The one right at the bottom here is Michael Heffley, and he has gone for 3.9 million initially. It will go up to 4.7. He was valued at 8.5, and he was causing a massive problem. He was one of the people that were involved in that mutiny back in season 1, and he was literally, if you don't let me go, I'm going to cause more problems for you, you know what I mean? So he's gone to Stuttgart. He is German. He's gone back to Germany. So I thought, fine. It's better off. I'd rather have like a happy dressing room rather than a rich club. Yeah, no. Anyway, players that have come in, like, I mean, what have I been able to do? Like, I mean, well, I've not been able to bring Rafa Mir back from Wolves on loan, so we were missing a striker. We also couldn't keep Muric as well from Manchester City, who was our goalkeeper, because we've basically made them too good a proposition for them to loan them out anymore. So they're keeping them. So we've made them good, and then we've like penalised ourselves by doing so. Who else went? There was a goalkeeper that went as well. Samba went, didn't he? Where is he? I can't see him here. Wasn't Sambasau? Where was it? Was it Sambasau? No. Matty Cash has left as well. Oh, Kamer's gone. Made quite a bit of money on him actually. He's going to initially go for like 14 million. Sorry, I realised I was scrolled down a bit. Like, I mean, you missed the ones at the top. Matty Cash has gone to Fulham for it will go up to 8 million, but it's 7 initially. Again, players that just wanted to. I mean, these are players that I wanted to keep at the club, and they just didn't want to stay around. But where's the goal? There was a goalkeeper, and I can't remember his name. Who was it? Oh, Bryce Samba. Because it's Samba Sow and Bryce Samba. Yeah. Again, another player that wanted to go. He's gone to Huddersfield for 3 million. So I was in a bit of a bind. I needed a goalkeeper, and I kind of panicked, and I went stupid with the goalkeepers because I needed a goalkeeper. I couldn't get a decent one, like, you know, because we didn't have any money at the time. Like, you know what I mean? We were like, you know, scraping the barrel for goalkeepers and to try and bring in anyone of quality. So I went to try and loan anyone, to loan anyone, not to loan anyone, just to try and get a loan. I mean, some of you have probably already seen over here that we've managed to bring in like Harry Wilson and Ryan Brewster, which is great. Like, you know what I mean? So we've got quality, like, you know what I mean, in the striking sense. We've got those in on loan. We've brought in Torles Knoll. We've got him in he's the striker. He's the guy that's going to be like the Rafa Mir kind of replacement. We've managed to bring him in, but he's maybe slightly better because he's got a finishing of 15. I think Mir had 13 or whatever, but he's got some pretty nice stats here. Oh, don't want to go on that. As you can see, some lovely like greens here, which, like, you know, is good. Yeah. So don't be looking too much at his stats and trying to figure out where we're at. Like, you know what I mean? Some of you are probably pausing it now. But like other players who I've managed to bring in is some freebies and stuff like that as well. Mila Sevilla, he is coming from Benfica on loan, along with Krovinovic on loan from Benfica. And you're probably thinking, how are you getting these players from Benfica? Well, they're an affiliate of Nottingham Forest. So yeah, we've managed to get in some quality, like, sort of players, which we might normally wouldn't get. So Sevilla's come in as a goalkeeper, and as you can see, his stats are pretty good, looking good, and so that, you know, I needed obviously a backup goalkeeper as well. So we brought in João Virginia, and we brought him in, and I was kind of in the deal. I was doing a deal with the goalkeepers, and then one landed, and I'd already got these two in on loan, and I was like, and this other goalkeeper that I've managed to get, I've also managed to get on loan, and yeah, I've now got 3 goalkeepers on loan. But anyway, the goalkeeper that I'm on about is this guy here, Andre Lunin, from Real Madrid. And as you can see, his stats are much better than Sevilla. So he is like our, as you can see, #1 down here. So we've got Lunin and I've got Sevilla, and now João Virginia, that I brought in like from Everton on loan, is actually playing more in our under-23s than he is for our first team. Like, you know what I mean? Because I can't like send him back because that was part of the loan deal. He's here for 12 months, you know what I mean? So yeah, one of those things. Who else have we managed to bring in? We've brought in Cyrus Christie, really good right back. I'm really impressed with him, and I got him for like I think like an absolute steal at about 2.5 mil or whatever sort of thing. But yeah, we've got him in at right back. So from Fulham, after them getting promoted and stuff, like just going down like some of the other players here that you're already seeing him before I'm seeing him, like, you know what I mean? Sonny Bradley, got him in from Luton. Now remember, Luton got relegated, so they've gone down. But again, a quality centre back. I needed a centre back to replace Hefele. As you can see, his numbers pretty good: 28, not bad, you know what I mean? He's still got, you know, quite a lot of like, you know, years left in the tank, like sort of thing. So yeah, I'm really impressed with bringing him in. We've also got Scott Sinclair on a free transfer. This is where the Hefele thing kind of caused an issue. Now, to bring Scott Sinclair in, he wanted to be vice captain. Hefele was vice captain. Tried to take it off him. That's what caused another issue, and then all the selling and all that. It just, yeah, the Hefele, it's better off getting rid of Hefele than keeping him. That was the situation. But to get I got Scott Sinclair in. Once of Swansea, once of Celtic, and maybe other clubs and stuff. But yeah, 3 days before the season's about to start, and he gets injured for 3 months. So that was brilliant. So I've not really got a chance to play him, but he's still a quality player, even though he is 31 years of age. That's kind of why, like, the board aren't too happy because he's 31. But I just think to get him in on a free transfer and not breaking the bank on the wages, realistically, I just think, yeah, quality player. Unfortunately, like I say, out for 3 months. He's still got another 10 weeks or so of that 3 months. That gives you an idea of where we are so far in the save. But yeah, I mean, he's ideal out on this left-hand side, but yeah, if I need to, I can even play him like AMC and also like on the right side if I need to as well. So yeah, Scott Sinclair I think's a really good signing, especially considering I've got Harry Wilson on the other side. So in an ideal world, Harry Wilson, Scott Sinclair, Ryan Brewster up top, looking quality up top now. You're probably thinking, hey, things are like you know, hey, things aren't too doom and gloom. No, they're not actually. They're not too doom and gloom. Like considering like our financial situation, I think we've done pretty well. Regarding who else we got? We brought in this guy, Efkan Bekaruglu. He's from 1860 Munich. Only 165,000 I got him in for. If any of you are doing a championship save or anything, maybe even like a Division 1, get this guy in. I mean, literally 165k. Look at his stats for that sort of money, and he's 24 years of age, and you know the wages are not you know bad at all. Like, you know what I mean? So I just think the fact that he can play like, you know, right through that midfield, yeah, he's a great signing. I'm really impressed with him, and he's actually performed pretty well like in certain games as well. But I think that is all of the players that we've kind of brought into the side. So to give you an idea, let's show you the how the squad sort of looks as well. We managed to keep Curtis Jones as well, like for another like year on loan as well. So we've got like quite a few Liverpool players in the side. Changed the formation slightly as well, like, you know what I mean, a little bit of a change to it, playing this sort of like asymmetric kind of like layout here. So it brings like our CDM more sitting back, so we're not getting caught on like any counter attacks and stuff like that. So that's kind of like why I've gone with this, and it seems to be working. It seems to be like, you know, working. But so that's fine. He's having a fantastic season. He's just in the last couple of, not the last game, I'll tell you which game it is, I'll get to it in a minute, actually scored a hat-trick for us, so that is great. Harry Wilson is settled in really well as well. Lots of changes, completely, you know, the side doesn't look anywhere like similar. Aguaras is having a fantastic start to the season. Yates is having a fantastic start to the season as well. Like, I mean, and talking of like fantastic starts to the season, why don't I show you how we're actually getting on? There we go. Like, started off really badly. I don't know what it was, but yeah, 3-0 loss to Wigan. We absolutely played absolute pants in this game. Forget about like, you know, pre-season. Pre-season didn't really matter at all. Then we bounced back with a 3-0 win against Hull, which then counteracted the 3-0 loss, and then we're on goal difference of 0 again. Then we had the Carabao Cup against Lincoln. You're probably thinking, oh, you should have easily won that. No, Lincoln actually got promoted, so they're actually in our league. They're in the Championship, so this was going to be a tough one. The actual game itself ended up 0-0, and you can see over here, look at all these, because like when it went to penalties, yeah, penalties. I got so glad that this game was not, as you can see up here, 11-10 we won on penalties. We were down to past the goalkeepers, like, you know what I mean? Like, we were like going round again, like that's how like this was, and it was literally just, oh man, it was, please miss. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, someone save it. It took ages for anything to like, you know, get to that point. And I'm glad that I wasn't like putting this on today's episode, because it would have just been penalties. That's all the episode would have been, just penalties. It just took so long like to get through them. But yeah, that was kind of like nuts, like, you know what I mean, with regards to that one. Then we've gone on a pretty good run, like, you know what I mean. Charlton was, oh no, Huddersfield 5-0. We absolutely bossed this game. We were superb in this game, like, you know what I mean? Like, as you can see, we're 26 to 7, like, you know what I mean? This was the S-Fine. Yeah, this was the S-Fine hat trick. That's when he got his hat trick. Ryan Brewster obviously bagging as well. He's firing already. He's already got 4 goals to his name, like, you know what I mean? Ryan's got he's actually picked up a little bit of a knock at the moment. He's got an injury as well, like, you know, but it's only a small. He's only out for a couple of days. But as you can look at these, look at all these greens here. We absolutely trounced Huddersfield in this one. It was just such a great performance. It's the best I've seen them play. And then the West Brom one, wow, this was a hell of a game, because West Brom at the time were top of the league, hadn't lost a game, like, sort of thing, and we managed to get a 2-1 victory against them. And then we played Preston in the Carabao Cup, and this was like our lesser team that went out against these and absolutely smashed them 4-1. We went 1-0 down, and then we just fired and just went. Now, whether it was a case of the players we're trying to prove something, you know, put me in the main team and stuff, because then the proper team went out and we can only draw 1-1. And yeah, so our run of like consecutive wins has literally just come to an end, and we've got Sheffield United now and Middlesbrough in today's episode, guys, which is what I'm going to throw in. Right, so these are the 2 teams going into this one after coming back from the international break. Harry Wilson's come back a little bit tired and stuff, otherwise he would be starting, but S-Fine has switched from the left to the right, normally is his natural position. Adoma's come in on that side, and Harry Wilson is on the bench. Ryan Brewster is off, back. Obviously, we had enough break, like time for him to like rest from his couple of days, like out injured. So he will start up top, but he's a little bit short on match fitness. So whether he'll last the whole 90 minutes, we will find out. The rest of the side, as you can see. Okay, so we are at home. Hopefully, the home fans will like spur us on. But early signs show that Sheffield United are on the attack here. If we can win the ball back off, and we can't, as Freeman's got in behind here. Oh, Ribério's done well there, and Aguaras can get this off now to Adoma, who can push inside. He's cut inside here, and he's looked now for Ryan Brewster, who uses pace to get into the box, and deflected wide by Moore, the keeper. But we are the late kickoff, that's why there's only this result that's over here. Like, you know what I mean, as you can see, the other games and stuff like that, they've already played theirs, because we're on TV. And S-Fine has scored from that natural right side for him. He has been a great signing. I'm really impressed with him as a signing from last season. Yeah, really impressed. But what more here? Heads it on. Adoma switches the play. Great ball into S-Fine. And he surges into the box. We've caught them out here. And he just cuts across the keeper. And Moore can, I think he gets a bit of a hand to it, but not able to keep it out. And S-Fine's, I think, our leading goal scorer now. I think that's his 5th, 6th of the goal of the season already. Here's S-Fine. Can he get this? No, he can't find anyone. Christie, though. Really impressive, Christie. He's really settled in really well. Gravinovic. Oh, what a hit. He is also another player that's really, really settled in. And like I say, if I had the cash, I'd like to sign him, because he's really good. Who knows? If we get to the Premier League, they might give us 200,000. It's just like, I can't believe they only give us 100k. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 100k to spend. And then we managed to make like 40, 50 odd million, and then not even giving us that either. Like, but I've managed to, like I say, I've managed to wheel and deal and bring a side here that's still, I mean, we've done all right. We've got off to a good start in the season. We can keep this run going, bearing in mind, I'm not too bothered too much. I don't want to like put the kiss of death on it regarding like injuries. It's more like keeping the tempo of the dressing room happy, because I think when they're all happy, they all play a lot better. And that's what I was like, I think what scuppered our chances last season. Here's Aguaras now, try to kill that one in the top corner, but the keeper just sees it go around the post. And we are looking decent at the moment. But yeah, they've got one back, I think. Yeah, they have. I'm just going to double check there to see if that was offside, but it's not. But McBurney's in. And just before, or not even just before, it's only like just before the half-hour mark. I was going to say just before half-time, but it's only like 30 minutes in. And Sheffield United have got themselves back in this. Really could have done with closing that cross down, but McBurney jumped highest and has got Sheffield United back into this. Christie, can he get this and work it in? He is working it in now with S-Fine. S-Fine turns, and there we go. Working it into the box has worked, because Alexander S-Fine, yeah, great signing, like I say. Really good. If like I say, if any of you are doing a championship, you know, I don't think he's going to be as effective if we do get to the Premier League, but at this level, he's definitely worth a player. He's definitely worth picking up. Worth a player, yeah. He's worth a player. Worth picking up, guys. You know what I mean? So any of these like signings you see, like, you know what I mean, if you're doing it on a budget and a shoestring, yeah, it's proven that these are quality players to pick up. Like, you know what I mean? Looks like Adoma's just picked up an injury there going into half time. Agueros now whips this one in. That's fine again at that near post. I've switched around like my corners. I've had a look at you know, the tactics wise and changing a few things with corners and try to do a few things. So we weren't scoring that many, but I've managed to get 3 goals from corners already this season just from changing a few tactics. So that has definitely worked. Gravinovic now across, and that's fine. Oh, and that was it. That was the hat trick right there, wasn't it? Ready to go. But as you can see, 23 attempts, but only 8 of them on target. Yeah, I could do with getting that a little bit better, but can't really grumble when we're winning 3-1, or is it going to be 3-2 as we're just giving the ball away? No, Freeman just hit it wide. And one more last attempt, maybe? No, it looks like we're going to run out 3-1 winners. Yeah, and we do. There we go. So keep our run going. 24 attempts, only 8 on target. Right, so unfortunately, Harry Wilson has just picked up a knock yesterday. Where is he? There he is there. As you can see, one day or back to training tomorrow. He's picked up like a thigh strain, like, you know what I mean? So brought in young Alex Mighton. He's going to come in instead of Adoma, just to give him like some, like, you know, sort of game time and stuff like that, because his fitness levels are not there. But then we can bring Adoma on. Sonny Bradley is also coming because, as you can see, condition is like down. Want to try and bring that up. Got to like try and, like, you know, rotate a few players, because otherwise the fitness levels obviously like drop and stuff like that. So the structure's literally they're the only couple of changes that have made going into this game. Let's see then how we get on when we face Middlesbrough. But Esfine is definitely dangerous. Gravinovic now whips that one in. Far stick. Oh, and it's in, is it? Yes, it is. Sonny Bradley, who we brought in, has actually scored his first goal for the club. So that is good to see. That is me bringing him in has contributed in him scoring. Gravinovic hits this across here, as you can see. Hits it first time, comes off the post, and he uses that as a 1-2 and then fires it in as the keeper is lying on the ground. Can we maybe nick this off him? No, they managed to flick it out to this side. Played it across this side. Didn't close him down, and they're going to be going in 1 goal to all. 1 goal to all. Let's see this better on the replay here. It's played out here. We sort of caught being brought across, haven't we? Like, you know, and because, maybe not. Yeah, Tavernier's just come in and literally we just haven't closed him down properly. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame, really. I would have liked to have gone in 1-0, but it's could even be worse here. It could be 2-1 down here, or is it not? Could be 2-1 to us as Christie's intercepted that. And he is surging forward here, and still Christie going into the box, and he finds someone in the box. He's gone alone, and he should have pulled it back. At the end of the day, we've got a corner out of it, but yeah, could have done with pulling that back to one of the attacking players coming in. And it looks like that's going to be that for, or is it? Are they going to break away from it? I think that's it, yeah, half time. Let's see if we can, no, we can't shout. Okay. They've gone 2-1 up, brilliant. Oh, God, that's not good. Too busy trying to mess about with like shouting and not seeing what was going on there. We'll see it from obviously from the replay. Oh, it's actually a free kick. I thought it was a corner, but we just not picked him up at all. Not picked him up at all. I mean, why is he free in the box there? Who's picking him up? Like, you know what I mean? All standing around doing nothing. And that's a great ball across there, like to pick out Johnson, and they could go 3-1 here. And we're not getting revenge at all. And it's 3-1. We are 3-1 down. Yeah, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. We're going to go very attacking now. And demand more again. See if that can somehow, with the time remaining, salvage something. But yeah, Lunin's having an absolute nightmare, so he will not play in the next game. Sevilla will be coming in because they're pretty similar, like, you know, goalkeeper wise. So Lunin is going to realise that he needs to be playing a lot better than what he is. And it looks like Middlesbrough have done us again because nothing's happening right now. Not at all. Went very attacking and we didn't get another attempt. But as you can see, they only got 4 shots on target and 3 of them hit the back of the net. Yeah. Not brilliant. not at all. That was absolutely terrible. But yeah, thanks so much as always, guys, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for your comments and feedback as well. It is most appreciated. If you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up and telling your friends about the channel, getting them involved, would be awesome. I know I took a massive dip in views and stuff like that because I've completely changed, like, you know, the game that I usually have on the channel. So I understand it's going to take a while for things to pick back up. But thanks to the guys that are sticking around for the time being. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Catch you next time. Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.